Whoa, what up, everybody? Hey, it's me, Uncle Ricky. Look, you know what, man? Every country has its own problems, and maybe we need to start looking at. We got problems. I mean, we got problems like every other country in the world. The economy, social relations, corruption. What is the status of policing in America? Is it is it helpful? Is it hurtful? Do they really protect the citizens, all the citizens equally? And unfortunately, I mean, if we ask the question every day, we can see that for now the answer is no. But supposedly we have bodies installed to help make things better, help attack the problems that face us, crime, inequality, equal rights on all levels, between the sexes, between the races, between the different financial levels in this country. When it comes to the law, theoretically, everybody is supposed to be equal. And of course, once again, if you ask the question, the answer is an emphatic no. So, where is our country failing? Well, one of the biggest failures, and unfortunately, it doesn't matter what political philosophy you aspire to, Congress, the Senate, the House of Representatives. In short, even though there are some serious representatives there that take their job seriously and try to devoid themselves from association with people that would buy their, a privilege to have them advocate for just them, the rich, the powerful, and not for the general citizens that put the individual representatives where they are. And it makes a big mess because they have to look like they're doing something. The Democrats accomplished this by, coming up with healthy social, things that are tantalizing to people socially on all levels. And, they present their bills, they advocate their bills. But the ones that they really are just doing it to use them as, like worms on a fishing hook for the hungry populace, the people, the citizens, at the first opportunity, at the first opposition, at the first chance, they sweep it under the carpet. And it stays there until the next election cycle. I.e., shit like a Voting Rights Act, that covers everything and everybody, no matter what your skin color is, no matter what your religion is, no matter what your sexual preference is. And if you think I'm wrong, I'm lying. One congresswoman from Georgia just, came out and said, oh, we should have a divorce of the, union. The red states separate from the blue states, and if you come from a blue state and you move into a red state, you know what? Fuck you. You shouldn't be able to vote for 5 years because you have to get brainwashed to all of our lunacy before you can vote in lockstep with the rest of us lunatics. This is the kind of shit that's coming out of the assembly that is supposed to create the legislation that keeps us on an even keel as a country. This is the kind of shit that comes out of the body that allows us to declare war on people that attack us, or on people, God forbid, that we want to attack for whatever reason. So, with all this lunacy, why is it that we as people allow this. Our tax money goes to pay these vociferous bums. We got so much corruption, contract rigging, nepotism, abuse of power, just general corruption, and it's permeating the body that creates the laws that are supposed to regulate the fucking country. So if the people that make the laws are corrupt, isn't there a possibility that the laws that they make have loopholes in them to give the advantage to the corruption that is part of their individual makeup? I mean, I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking that fucking question. Now, this thing with, like, I don't get it. With all the real problems we have, healthcare, critical food shortages, transportation, major industries being, suffering with deregulation that the last fucking administration was happy to participate in, now resulting in what we knew was going to happen all the time. Shit is going to hell in a handbasket. We having train derailments due to mechanical failures that if the companies that own the goddamn trains were responsible, they would monitor this stuff. And if they didn't do it to protect their bottom line, the government stepped in and said, well, you need to do this because it's going to make everybody safer, and you're making fucking so much profit, hundreds of billions of dollars, you can afford to keep the people safe. Because without the people, you wouldn't make $1. But that's not, the greedy don't think like that. It's all for me and fuck you. Now, to make it look like they are involved in protecting the country, the current owners of the house, to make it look like they're busy protecting their constituents, they constantly create issues, they constantly overplay issues, they constantly instill fear in the people of this country to make it seem like they have, not the people, that their party and their elected representatives have a reason for breathing. Look, who gives a fuck about a national weapon? There is a serious, and I say serious because they did it in the top lawmaking body in the country, the capital, D.C. There's a bill to make the AR-15 the national weapon. What the fuck do we have to have a national weapon for? There's actually elected members of Congress running around with AR-15s on their lapels, where they used to wear, American flags or little symbols of their party or something that, that represented that, I'm here, you voted for me, and I'm here to try to keep things, straight and make it better for the entire country. They're not even pretending to do that. It's all about persecution and prosecution of their political enemies. So now they're going after every freaking Democrat that gave Trump shit when Trump was in there slinging bullshit at the country on a daily basis. Now, we got a whole thing about the Hunter Biden laptop. Now, Hunter is a drug addict, or was a drug addict, or is still a drug addict. Let's just be politically correct and say he is a recovering drug addict. Because really, I don't give a fuck. With my experience with addiction, I hope and pray that Hunter gets his shit together, because nobody should live in that hell, that mental and emotional and physical hell for their entire life. Okay? But that being said, Hunter Biden was never elected to a goddamn office in his life. Hunter Biden, even though his father was the vice president and the president, is a private citizen. Now, if that laptop has true evidence, Hunter had some shit to explain. Nobody wanted to see his junk, and we all know that Hunter, had sexual relations with his deceased brother's widow, and he took jobs that he had no qualifications for, and got large sums of money. And that may indicate that, he used his father's name, which he probably did. But does that connect his father directly into his thing? Was it done when Joe Biden was the vice president, or was it done when Joe Biden was running for president? And if that is a crime, Hunter should go down. But is that crime? Because Congress can't do a criminal conviction. If they are so certain about what Hunter Biden did, why don't you present it to the DOJ and have them handle Hunter, instead of wasting our tax money going through this procedure, hoping that you don't even hope that you can get enough shit on Joe Biden to start something on him. You just want to damage the reputation of Biden in general for the upcoming election. But see, the thing is, we, the people, irregardless of whether we support whoever or whatever, our money is paying for this shit. And this is not the best place or the best use of our taxes. There are other people issues that you, the fucking Congress, you, the elected representatives of the United States citizenry, took an oath to protect and defend and do what is necessary to come up with the laws that will help ensure that this country remains civil, that will help ensure that this country will continue, that will help ensure that this country has a future. But yet and still, you waste valuable time, valuable energy debating on a fucking national gun. I don't know, I don't speak for everybody else, but I'm tired of the bullshit. Well, that's it for me for now, until I come up with something else to bitch about. But as always, peace out and God bless from Uncle Ricky.